up and sit down.
How would you like to be making money hand over fist like this? Well, I'm going to show you how, but first you have to be at least life 35 or higher. So let's head on over and check out what I have going on. So first you're going to need what I call Yummy Mines. Yummy Mines, you can start to receive those for rebirthing at at life 5, which is the level 2 item tier. The Fracture, which is later on, which is what you saw in the beginning of this video, that furnace is a level 4, which is why you can't start making this kind of money until you are life 35. This build is more based on a fun build more than something technically practical. But either way, this can get you up to the 2.356 tillion that you would need to buy the one cell furnace from the shop that would easily get you to rebirth within a matter of seconds. You tier that furnace with the Yummy Mine, and I've used this over and over again. Even now, being almost life 200, I still use that furnace with my Yummy Mine because it just rebirths you so fast. So what we have here is the Yummy Mines with a bunch of metal wall segments and some conveyors. We have them all lined up. You're going to need at least 2 wall segments for each length of the Yummy Mine. Reason being is the Yummy Mine needs to be placed and covered inside so that when the Yummy Mine produces its ore and it goes kind of randomly everywhere, it hits the metal wall segments and falls right down onto the conveyor. On the inside here, we have conveyors leading up to the main path here. Use a conveyor ramp to pick the ore up high enough to pop it up onto the main conveyor ramp. This just makes it so that the ore goes towards the middle section of the conveyor, which is great for when you're trying to shoot the ore, especially in this mass amount, out onto the furnace that we're using, because the furnace section that we're using is a very small strip right in the center. So this betters your chance of that ore flying in there. You will need an ore cannon in order to shoot the ore. Again, this is a fun build, so you're really going to want to do this on a private map or a solo map where you don't have a lot of random people, where you don't know what their builds are going to be, because not only can you create a ton of lag because of this build, but other people's builds, if they're using their maximum ore limit, it's going to change the amount of distance that your ore is going to get. So doing this more on a solo map is better off because you can set the furnace down and you can leave it where it's at and it won't mess up. As you just saw, someone was just leaving the map, so it created a little bit of a lag for me. And as you can now see, my ore is actually falling short of the furnace. Can place the teleporters and the receiver all around the furnace to try getting the ore back in again if it overshoots or undershoots or flops off to the side, which is what I have set up. And let me just show you really quick, the metal wall segments are really what you're going to want to use. Please don't try to use regular walls with this. It won't work. As you can see, the metal wall segment takes up the full 2x2 spot, so that the ore on each side is going to hit a solid object and fall straight down. Where if you were to use a normal wall is only a 1 row with like the legs of it in the second row. So one will perfectly hit the side of the wall, which is great for that Yummy Mine. But then the second one, if your ore kind of heads off towards the wall, it's going to go in between and fall on the ground and disappear. But you can do this with as many Yummy Mines as you have. Granted, I had like 9, so that's why I kind of added one onto the receiver section there. If you only have 1 or 2, that's still fine. The only thing that I think I would have done different for this build is probably moving the receiver to the very end on the main path, just so that the ore doesn't keep its momentum and fall off of the receiver as it has done because it's on the side here. Otherwise, this is still just a fun build. It can be used to get you up to get that higher costing furnace to get you to rebirth rather quickly. As always, thank you very much, Ravers, for coming and hanging out. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click that like button for me. It lets me know that you like videos like this. If you're new here, go ahead and click that subscribe button for me. We would love to welcome you into the Raver family. If you have any fun builds for the Fracture, which this is what this build was all about, go ahead and leave some ideas down below. We would love to hear them. And until next time, live, die, respawn. Love you, Ravers. Bye.
Shut up and sit down.